Hi friends. Today we are going to be doing a pizza number 2. So I was going through my saved videos on Instagram and I was looking at some of the recipes and I realized how many pizza recipes I had saved. And I know that I already made a pizza video, but there's just so many good ones. So I don't know, I've just been craving a lot of cheese and stuff at the moment. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have a day and make all these pizza and cheesy recipes that I've been craving, and I'll make a video about it. So here we are. One of the pizzas that I seen was this high protein cheesy garlic pizza. So it's not, I mean, I guess it's like a pizza, but it's more like a garlic bread pizza. I just had this saved for such a long time and I watched it a few times and I was just like, you know what, I really want to make this because it looks bomb. So I did. It claims to have 475 calories, 54 grams of carbs, 33 grams of protein, and 14 grams of fat. For this recipe, you will need 70 grams of flour, universal flour that's gluten-free. I thought it would be, I mean, it has a pizza on the back, so we're making pizza, so that makes sense, right? 60 to 70 grams of plain protein yogurt or Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a dash of salt. So mix the flour, baking powder and salt, add yogurt, knead the dough until it is a smooth ball. I feel like it's just like sticking to my hands. I don't know, is it really working? I guess so. I mean, maybe it wouldn't hurt if I put in a little bit more yogurt. I mean, is this what we wanted? Okay, now I think it's too much. It's gonna be such a tiny little pizza. I think half of the stuff is stuck to my fingers, really. Let's go a little bit more flour. We're getting somewhere. Kinda. Ta-da! Cover it and let it sit for 5 minutes. While it's sitting, you can get the garlic butter ready. So you want to start off by chopping up the garlic, putting the butter into a bowl, and then mixing the two together. It's pretty simple. So I have a little bit of olive oil. I'm just gonna put a little bit down just to make, okay, just to. After 5 minutes, you can put the dough down and roll it out. Yeah. I think I just used my hands. And slowly press it out. This was really easy to make. You don't need a perfect shape. You can just make any shape. Okay, so she's looking cute. And then once you have the dough rolled out, you just add the garlic butter on top. I mean, there's already a lot of garlic on there, but I think I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder, yep. And then I might also add just a little bit of onion powder and then add the cheese. It says 50 grams of low fat cheese. How good does this look? Maybe just add a little bit of these on top and then put it into the oven for 8 minutes. So here we are. Wow. Nearly lost it. Like, check this out. She's looking crispy on the bottom. Not as satisfying, but still quite good. Hello. It's really doughy, but it's also really crispy. Like the bottom of it, you can see. Like, should we do like one of those videos where they're like... Anyway, maybe could have chopped the garlic up a little bit finer, or maybe use like a garlic paste if that's a thing that you can get. But it's so doughy. Like the base is like so gooey, crispy, and then the cheese, everything. It was pretty easy to make. It just goes in the oven for, I put it in for 10 minutes and it's like perfect and it tastes so fucking good. Okay, so is it a pizza? I mean, it's a garlic pizza, but is it a pizza? Good. It said it had 475 calories. Mine came out to being 499. Theirs said it had 54 grams of carbs. And when I did it, I got 69 grams. Protein, they got 33. And protein, I got 11. So I don't really know why the protein is so different, because again, they also don't specify a specific cheese or anything like that they put in there. So I don't know why their protein was so high. And then fats, theirs was 14 14 grams of fat and mine was 20 grams. So it's not that big of a difference with the carbs and fats, but unfortunately it's not really high in protein in my opinion, because 11 grams is still 11 grams, but yeah, I mean, it was really good. I really enjoyed eating this. I really enjoyed making this garlic bread and eating it. It was a really good dish to make, but I don't feel like it's a high protein dish. I don't know if it can claim the high protein. You could just say that it was like
a delicious garlic bread,
and that would be enough rather than putting the high protein in there. But maybe it's high protein compared to normal garlic bread, but I don't know how much protein normal garlic bread would have. Okay, and then we made a low carb waffle pizza. I mean, this looks really cute in the videos and I thought it looked like it would taste good. It claims that it has 138 calories, 16 grams of protein, 1 gram of carbs, 8 grams of fat. I already have my waffle maker getting hot. To make the low carb pizza waffle, you will need 1 egg, 15 grams of each lean cheese. I just used a low-fat cheese. But I couldn't really find any lean cheese. The only fat-free cheese that I could find was like the home brand one. But it says it has Gouda and it has mozzarella and it has 47% less fat. 15 grams of this. Salt. Whisk the ingredients. And then you have to put some oil onto the waffle thing. I couldn't find any cooking spray. Cooking spray isn't really a thing here in Germany, so I have coconut oil. And then I tried to put some coconut oil on there, but it just wasn't working. And yeah, so I tried my best, whatever. Mixed up the stuff. I think that works. So this is our mixture. And then we're just gonna pour it in and hope for the best. It says that you should stop and put some pizza sausage on it. So I have some of this. So we're gonna try that. Yeah, it's cute. And then it says you can use light ketchup or ultralight sauce from ESN. This is a very specific recipe, so I think if you don't have all of the right ingredients, then it doesn't match the macros. And you ready? Ooh. Okay, so this is the final result of the low carb pizza waffle. It doesn't look that appealing, I have to be honest, but let's give it a try. I mean, you can kind of see that it tried to look like a waffle, yeah. The mixture wasn't enough for the waffle, so maybe you could use more cheese or something. And yeah, I'm just gonna eat it like this. Yeah, it tastes pretty good, but I think it's because the sausage saves it, you know? Like this sausage has so much flavor in it that it tastes really good, but it's kind of like a breakfast thing. It doesn't give me the feeling of that I'm eating a pizza. It's kind of just like having eggs and sausage, but in a creative way. If you're comparing it to eating a pizza, like it doesn't give me pizza anything. I mean, they did say that you can have a dipping sauce of like low sugar tomato sauce. Yeah, ketchup light. I don't think that would make it taste any more like pizza. It says it has 138 calories and somehow mine came to 322 calories. I got 8 grams of carbs, 23 grams of fat, and they got 8 grams of fat, and protein, they got 16 grams of protein, and I got 19 grams of protein, so more protein. But I think that's maybe because of the sausage, because maybe it depends on what cheese and sausage you use. So usually when they specify that you need a specific ingredient, you need to have that ingredient to make the macros fit. So you have to be careful with what the wording is and what the ingredients are, because if you live in a different country or place and can't get the same ingredients, then you're not going to have the same dish and the same results. Probably will never make it again. Creative, but not the best. Okay, and then I seen this really cool recipe that is egg roll pizza, and I mean the video when he's pulling it apart looks so good. So when I was looking through this recipe, it said that you could use rice paper. I couldn't find any egg roll wraps, so just used rice paper, which it said that you could use this as the substitute, but it claims that it has 570 calories, 41 grams of protein, 17 grams of fat, and 67 grams of carbs. For this, you will need, I used a mixture in this. I just had like chicken breasts that were cut into thin slices, chicken pepperoni, and salami. It says mozzarella slices. I also couldn't find mozzarella slices, but I found a light mozzarella, so I just used that. 126 grams of pizza sauce and some chopped parsley. It says to have fresh parsley, but I have no fresh parsley. So because I used the rice paper, I had to boil some water first, and then I put the rice paper roll into the water. Then I laid it out on a plate, and then I just kind of stacked the ingredients on top. So first I put down the meat as like a base, then I put down the pizza sauce, and then I put down the cheese, then some more salamis, then some more, and then some more cheese. And then folded it up and put it into the air fryer. Fold. Ta-da! So that's what it looks like. I also put a little bit of oil on both the sides because it was so sticky and I didn't want it to break. This is what they look like. Yeah, they look pretty weird. And then folded that up, put it into the air fryer for 8 minutes at 180 degrees. Then I had a look at it and they had kind of exploded and looked a little bit unfortunate looking. They definitely didn't look like the real. I put them back in for another 5 minutes. When I come out, they looked so fucking smashed. They looked like they were destroyed, but they tasted amazing. It just doesn't even hold together. The chicken breast and the salami one together. But I have to say that the flavors so far are really good together. I think you definitely need to wait for it to cool down more. I mean, how can you go wrong? It's just meat, cheese, and sauce. It's like the good toppings on the pizza, but inside of a rice paper roll. So, not a good idea. It worked, but it didn't work at the same time. It tastes good, but it's messy. Maybe if you have more than just one rice paper roll sheet, maybe it would make it a bit thicker and hold it together better, because the flavors go really well together, but it doesn't hold well. Like you can see how messy it is on my fingers. But it's just really oily and really intense because it's literally just cheese and sausage and the sauce. So there's not really anything soaking up the sauce, if you know what I mean. Like pizza has the crust and then lasagna has the sheets and bolognese has the spaghetti. So it's like it always has something that has like a bread or a doughy consistency, where this with the rice paper roll has nothing. It's just the sausage. So it's good. It's good. So it said it had 570 calories. What I got mine to was 452 calories, so less. But maybe that's because of I used the rice paper rolls and not the egg rolls. It said it had 41 grams of protein. Mine only had 37 grams of protein, but again, that's probably because all the egg paper has protein in it compared to the rice paper. Theirs had 17 grams of fat. Mine had 28 grams of fat. My recipe was less in carbs and calories, but theirs was higher in protein and lower in fat. So they don't match, but it's still a really nice thing to eat, and it felt very indulgent for such little macros, I feel. But these were really, really good. I enjoyed these a lot. I ended up mixing them with the next dish. The next one I made was potato cheesy balls. So these don't claim to be high protein or anything, but I just seen the video and I wanted to make them. So I did. But it was really good. So we're going to go on that journey together. So it said that you would need almost equal parts mashed potato to flour. So I started off by peeling the potatoes, putting them into water, boiling them, and then I mashed them up, and then I added the flour, and then I just started like kneading it until it made like a dough, and then I didn't add any more flour. So I mean, it's actually starting to turn into like a dough. It also said that you should put sugar in it, but I didn't put any sugar in it at all. So the consistency is actually really, really cool. So yeah, so then once you have the dough, then make it into little flat discs on your hand, and then put the cheese inside and then roll them up. Heat up some oil and then put them into the fry pan, and then leave for a couple of minutes and flip until they look nice and crispy. It's hot as fuck. This was also a really simple recipe, but it tastes amazing. It was like the consistency of both the mozzarella cheese was so stringy, and the potato texture and the crispiness and everything just went so amazingly together. The only downside thing that I would say about this recipe is that I didn't use any salt. I just didn't think about it. And I also didn't put any herbs or anything in it. So the potato was very plain. And then because of the oil, it just tasted a little bit like an oily plain chip. Like, yeah, it didn't have any flavor to it. Oh, I should have put garlic in them. Ugh, so dumb. Garlic would have been really nice in them. Shit. Oh well. Ooh, maybe I'm gonna eat them together. Maybe these two together. The egg roll wraps and a bit of the potato and cheese. I mean, should we put a little bit of them together? I'll do it. So if you have our egg roll and the potato thing together, makes like these cool little bites. So good. So good. So good. Holy shit. Like on their own, they're too much, but together, it's just like amazing. It just goes so well together. I mean, these are really cute and I'm really proud of myself for making them, but tiny bit flavorless. Other than that, everything is amazing. And these ones, the look and everything looks like shit, but the taste is amazing. And together, they complete each other. Yeah, so I'm going to leave the video there. This was just a Sunday food day that I just wanted to be creative in the kitchen, but it was cool to experiment to try these recipes. I definitely think that I learnt quite a few different cool things and can maybe inspire me for the future to create my own type of stuff. So I did enjoy making this video and I did enjoy eating all of the tests. Okay, so out of like all of the recipes today, the only bad one was the pizza waffle. Other than that, every single other one was good. They were even good combined. It was really good. I would recommend most of these recipes, just not the waffle one. You can pass that one. But the other ones were just like, so yeah, I want to try and be a little bit more consistent with putting out a video once a week. So if you would like to see that, please like and subscribe. Thanks for being here. Ciao. Oh, perfect.